Yup, I guess we gotta talk about it. Because today we are diving into what Elliotte Friedman spoke about in the 32 Thoughts podcast in regards to Vancouver potentially acquiring Jack and Luke Hughes. Yeah, this is all piggybacking off of what Jim Rutherford said earlier this week about how the Vancouver Canucks don't have full control over whether or not Quinn plays with his brothers, an apparently very legitimate desire that Quinn Hughes has, via Jim Rutherford. So for the past few days, Canucks fans have been talking. They've been bringing it up. They've been saying things like, okay, Quinn Hughes is probably going to leave. Quinn Hughes, whether or not he has a good team or not, if he wants to play with his brothers, it's either going to happen in Vancouver or it's going to happen in New Jersey. And then we went over the comments yesterday made by Jack Hughes about how Quinn and Jack will never play together because they like where they're at. So there's been a ton of discourse over the past few days in regards to Hughes and the Hughes and the Hughes. But this is what Elliotte Friedman said earlier this morning on 32 Thoughts. I think the New Jersey Devils know that Jack Hughes and Luke Hughes aren't really eager to be traded to the Vancouver Canucks. Segment is about an hour and 17 minutes in. This tweet was greeted with 89,000 views and 1.4k likes, and a lot of folks going out there and saying, yeah, these guys definitely don't want to go out there and leave New Jersey. They like being a part of the Devils. They're in this organization. They are cornerstones to be of the franchise, and they don't want to abandon that. They're not really eager to get sent over to Vancouver, and the Devils know that. A reply says, yeah, I was specifically told that Luke will sign a bridge deal for 2 years, sign an offer sheet from Vancouver in 2027, Quinn re-signs as a UFA then, and then Jack will immediately demand a trade. Truly, I'm not kidding about that. And then Alex says, I tweeted this because of what I saw from Canucks fans. So, yeah, guys, come on. I'm just gonna say, Canucks fans, please just try to stop embarrassing ourselves. This is not really a hypothetical that needs to be fully believed. Nobody's going to go out there and 100% say in their heart of hearts they think that Luke Hughes is going to sign an offer sheet in Vancouver and Jack's going to demand a trade. The offer sheet route I do think is interesting at the very least, but I don't think it's something that we need to fully believe in. Because realistically, we know how tight the Hugheses are. We know what Luke Hughes' relationship with his brothers is. There's no way Luke Hughes is signing an offer sheet with any other NHL team aside Vancouver. Firstly, the idea of him signing an offer sheet is bogus. It's not going to happen. He's not going to leave Jack Hughes. But then you got to think about it okay, if he were to sign an offer sheet, the only team he would be willing to do that with is where his other brother, is. And that's just not going to happen. I mean, if the Canucks are still dog water, they're not really all too great. If Quinn Hughes is going to leave in 2027, then Luke has no reason to sign an offer sheet in Vancouver. Him and Jack can just wait in New Jersey and wait for Quinn to come there. I get it, we just made the video yesterday about all the comments on Jack saying that he doesn't think that him and Quinn are going to be able to play together at any point because they're comfortable where they're at and they like where they're at and they're both trying to grow and develop on their own teams. But who knows, man? All it takes is one Olympic tournament in 2026. Quinn Hughes to Jack Hughes to Luke Hughes, the shot and the goal. All it takes is that. And everything can change. Especially if the Vancouver Canucks still suck. I mean, think about Dylan Larkin in Detroit. He had the Four Nations taste. He was able to be a part of a team that was so competitive and so ready and so eager to win. He got a taste of that, and then he got sent back to Detroit, where it was the opposite. And then he was super pissed off because he was like, yeah, our guys are not getting a boost. Stevie Y, what are you doing? No trades, no nothing. We're still stuck in mediocrity. Ah, man, it's he responds to the immediate change in environment going back to Detroit after being a part of it for so long. He finally gets a taste of competitive hockey with the Team USA squad at the Four Nations. This is what I'm kind of fearing can happen with Quinn and Jack. if Quinn, Jack, and Luke play together on Team USA at the Olympics next year and they're fantastic together, they get the taste of being in that spotlight, if the Canucks still stink, then Quinn Hughes can legitimately think to himself, oh yeah, like, that happened. That was a really good tournament that we had. Really good chemistry that we have, too. All we gotta do is wait a year and then we can bring that together in New Jersey, baby. Yeah! It's so fragile, I think, a lot of Canucks fans' perspectives on this Quinn Hughes thing, especially hearing now from Friedman the somewhat obvious but still needing confirmation type of sentiment that Jack and Luke don't really want to get traded to Vancouver. If there's going to be some sort of a Hughes trio reunion, it seems like it's going to be in New Jersey, and at this point, we need to start internalizing that that might be possible. In fact, Elliotte Friedman says on the same broadcast, he says shortly after, like, I think Jim Rutherford making those comments was more of a warning to Canucks fans that Quinn Hughes may not actually be a lifelong Canuck. There is a possibility that he decides that he wants to go elsewhere, he wants to play with his brothers, he wants to leave Vancouver if they're not really all too great of a team. I mean, the management said it themselves on Monday, too. The JT Miller trade took this team from a contender to... what was the word that he used? Was it in transition? Something like that? Jim Rutherford, man. 76 years young, still going out there and causing a ruckus with the hockey team's fandoms that he is employed by. But ultimately, I want you to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Elliotte Friedman responding to the Jack Hughes, Luke Hughes trade discourse, speaking out about how they probably don't want to get traded to Vancouver, and whether or not Quinn Hughes' lifelong Canuck dream is actually not guaranteed. Canucks fans, we gotta stop embarrassing ourselves, man. Like any sort of idealistic, oh, Quinn is gonna recruit his brothers, and they're gonna get traded to Vancouver, and it's gonna be great, and they're gonna do all this stuff, and like, just all that conversation. You know, we talked smack about Jim Rutherford for bringing up other people's names in the context of his own hockey team. Well, Canucks fans are kind of doing the same thing, and we're fans, you know, we're not executives, we're not important people in the grand scheme of the NHL's managerial space, so we're not going to get fined for that. But it does make us look kind of silly from time to time. Oh, Luke Hughes is going to sign an offer sheet. Oh, Jack Hughes is going to demand a trade. Oh, Vancouver is going to start the new Hughes revolution. Like, it's not going to happen. At least, for now. Oh yeah, always gotta get the for now in there. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the Luke Hughes, Jack Hughes, Quinn Hughes conversation. I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye.